Just wait a quick sec, Jody. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome. No, you have not unwittingly stumbled into a Blue Jays chat room. However, when the Jays are playing, I'm sort of on there. Thank you for joining us. The Dudney players are proud and excited to present Tragedians Anonymous, Shakespeare's tragic characters in therapy, virtually, like we seem to do everything these days. It has changed so much, hasn't it? The Blue Jays can't play in their home stadium. The Dudney players can't stage a live performance. However, we're going to do it like this virtually together. So quickly, before we begin, let me provide a little context for you. My name is Jody Sanderson, and I am director of this show. First, who are the players in this lineup? No. What I mean is, who are these characters that are in this show? Well, we have a bunch of them. So, for example, we have Romeo and Juliet from Romeo and Juliet. We have Anne and Richard from King Richard III, and the beautiful Ophelia and Hamlet from Hamlet, and there are various hangers-on. We also have, as this whole group is meeting in therapy, the therapist whose name is Prospero, and he's from Shakespeare's The Tempest. In this particular session that you will be seeing, our characters are going to try to deal with those who have wronged them and those whom they have wronged. The characters also show up with three hilarious people, their fatal flaws, who provide a hilarious twist that I'm sure you won't have ever seen before. So, with no further ado, let's get on with these proceedings, and let's play ball. Let the curtain rise. And those whom they have wronged. Characters also show up with three hilarious people, their fatal flaws.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's get started. I am Prospero, and I am a Shakespearean character.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Prospero.
Thank you for joining us from your various playscapes today. I'm sure you are all aware that all Shakespearean characters are to remain in isolation until further notice. We may be able to get back to meeting in person if we can work out the bugs and make sure we know how to more safely get out of our place and back again. We don't want to lose another member during the play-to-play passage.
Like poor King Lear, huh? He probably never knew what hit him, eh?
I hear he's still wandering around in Titus Andronicus and can't find his way back.
But I don't understand why we can't even see each other's characters in our own play. I haven't been in the same room with Romeo in weeks.
Yes, these are trying times indeed. We must be patient until the Council of Shakespearean Experiences deems it safe for us to be together again. We are working 24/7 to get King Lear back to his own play. We should have it figured out any day now. Anyway, let's open with our pledge of non-tragedian conformity. Who would like to start us off today?
I will. I am a tragic character. Though I cannot change my past, I can change how I approach my future.
Someone else.
I will not be defined by those who wrong me. From this day forward, I'll be the captain of my own ship.
As you know, we have reached step 5 of our program. Now, today, we will identify those who wrong us and determine how we wrong others. We are such complex beings. Not a one of us is purely this or that. We're not purely good any more than our enemies are purely bad. That's what makes us such fascinating characters. There is not one among us who has never wronged another in some way. Now, who would like to start?
All right, I'll start. So, listen, I'm Romeo, all right? And I'm a tragic character.
Hi, Romeo.
Hey,
Julia.
how you
Hi,
doing?
Romeo.
All right, so listen, those who wrong me include my parents, Lord and Lady Montague, for continuing to perpetuate a feud with the Capulets and making it impossible for me to love my Juliet openly. Now, topping the list of those I wrong would be, Tybalt, who I kill in a crime of passion because he murdered my best friend Mercutio. I also wronged Juliet, by killing Tybalt, getting myself banished from Verona, making it impossible for us to be together. There you go.
There's no reason for me to be on that list, my love. I never blame you. Okay, I blame you for a few minutes at first when I learn of incident, but all is forgiven, remember? Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband?
Next.
Hi, I'm Juliet, and I'm a tragic character.
Hi, Juliet.
Hi, Juliet.
Hi, Juliet.
My parents wronged me when I refused to marry Paris, and they refused to delay the marriage. My father says that he would rather I die in the street than not marry me to Paris. That hurts so much every time. But I, in turn, wrong my parents when I take a little potion from Friar to make me pretend I'm dead.
Lady Anne.
Hi, I'm Lady Anne, and I'm a tragic character.
Hi, Lady Anne.
Oh, Lady Anne.
I wrong myself by going against my better judgment and marrying Richard, even though he murders my first husband and my father-in-law. I'm wronged by Richard when he murders me after we're married.
Ophelia.
Hi, I'm Ophelia, and I'm a tragic character.
Oh, hi, Ophelia.
Oh, hey, Ophelia.
Hamlet definitely wrongs me. I mean, he treats me so badly with his whole get thee to a nunnery thing. He's like the world's worst boyfriend. He loves me, then he doesn't, then he does again. He also kills my father, Polonius. Polonius and Claudius wronged me when they set me up to be a puppet in the little game of let's see if Hamlet is mad or just faking it. And Gertrude watches me drown but doesn't save me. But I don't think I've wronged anyone.
Thank you, Ophelia. Well, we can keep it short today. Now, your assignment for next week, if you're comfortable doing so, is to set up Zoom meetings to confront those who wrong you. And then I'd like you to think about a fatal flaw that you either possess or are somehow a victim of, and invite that fatal flaw to our next meeting. Let's close with our pledge for a successful week. Romeo, start us off, and then Julius, pick it up at the end.
All right. So, I am a tragic character, but I am not defined by my tragedy.
I will go forth into my week with a positive attitude on how I can cope with my troubles and move forward.
Okay, now I will leave the meeting open for a few minutes so you can do all the chatting.
Hey, Ophelia, are you going to confront Hamlet this week?
I think I'm ready. He used to listen to me, so maybe I can get him to see me again for what I once was to him. What about you? Are you going to have words with your parents?
Yes, I'm absolutely going to give them a piece of my mind.
Good luck. I'll see you next week.
So, Juliet, what's your fatal flaw?
Fate? You?
Weakness, I think. Oh, I'd better go. I have a lot to prepare for if I'm going to confront Richard.
Hey, Jules. Miss you.
I miss you too. This social isolation thing stinks. I can't wait till this is all over and we can do the balcony scene together.
Me too. So you gonna go ahead? You gonna set up this this Zoom meeting with your parents?
Sure. I'll send you the Zoom invite and see you later.
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Now my project doth gather to a head, my charms crack not, my spirit obeys, and time goes upright with his carriage.
I'll send you the Zoom invite and see you later.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia.
Oh, Hamlet, I'm so glad you're here. I have so many questions.
Who the devil are you? And what do you mean by interrupting this pivotal scene in the play?
We're not doing our plays right now, remember? We're in a Shakespeare-wide shutdown. It's the perfect time to introduce myself. I'm your fatal flaw.
Really? I've always wondered about you. So, what exactly is my fatal flaw?
Some scholars say that your fatal flaw is your indecisiveness, your inability to act, but I don't really think that's your problem.
And what do you think is my problem?
Well, what isn't your problem, really?
That's rude.
Take you and Ophelia, for example. She's such a sweet girl, and you know you love her. And yet I, your fatal flaw, drive you to curse her and abuse her.
She betrays me.
Her father and Polonius put her up to it. And whether or not she even knows about it is entirely depends on the director's choice.
Still, it hurts me.
Me. It's all about you, isn't it? Maybe I am ego. That could be your fatal flaw. All you care about is yourself.
And avenging my father's death.
Maybe I'm existentialism. That's what the whole to be or not to be speech is about, right? What's the point of existence? You overthink everything.
You know, I just wanted to meet Ophelia here to rehearse and keep our lines fresh. I didn't realize I'd be Zoom-bombed by my fatal flaw. I'm going back to binge-watching Breaking Bad.
Wait, I'm having an identity crisis here. I need you to help me figure out what causes your undoing. The other fatal flaws are making fun of me.
Good luck with that. Hey, Ophelia.
Good, my lord. How does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you well. Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That you be honest and fair. Your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Wait a minute, we need to stop.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to go there with you. We're being Zoom-bombed, actually. So I'll hit you up later.
No, we have to talk, and this is the perfect time to do it. I can't do this anymore.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about the way you treat me in this scene. You rant and rave at me. You physically and verbally abuse me. It's wrong. I'm in therapy because of you.
No, it's not my fault. It's her fault.
Use your fatal flaw as a scapegoat. You are responsible for your own actions.
No, he's not. I have him completely in my power.
Excuse me. I'm trying to have a private conversation with Hamlet here.
Actually, I just texted Claudius and Polonius to join us. I think we should all hash this out right here and now.
Great idea.
Polonius, what do you think I am? I think I have it narrowed down to indecisiveness, ego, or existentialism.
That could be a very interesting question. It could be any one of those.
That's not helpful. Some philosopher you are.
Can we get back to me now, please? Claudius, Father, is there something you want to tell me?
You might as well know it, Doctor. Claudius and I set this whole meeting up between you and Hamlet in order to determine whether or not he is mad.
Yes, I already know. You use me, your own daughter. You use me like a mouse to catch a cat.
Hamlet's physical and emotional responses to you are perfect indications of his madness.
I am but mad north-northwest. When the sun is southerly, I know a hawk from a handsaw.
We do it for the good of all parties involved, Doctor.
Do you know that I'm trying so hard to figure out if Hamlet is mad? You drive me mad in the process.
I know some repercussions are to be expected.
I die for your information. I drown in a pond.
You can't possibly blame us for your death, dear. You go mad, you fall in the water. C'est la vie.
Really? That's so heartless. Are you all aware that we are on a downward spiral to destruction? Not one of us gets out of here alive. Don't you think that's a bit obscene?
It's a bit of a bummer.
You're so caught up in your deceitfulness and destruction that you don't care who you take with you. I am the only innocent one here. Look, Hamlet, I've done a lot of internal work. All I'm asking for is some explanation. What happens between us?
I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me. I loved you not.
I don't want to do the scene now, Hamlet. I am trying to talk to you on an honest level here.
We all know Claudius is to blame for everything that happens.
I'm not to blame. You are to blame, Polonius. Ophelia is your daughter, after all. You shouldn't use her in this terrible manner.
You're my king. I have to go along with all your plots and schemes.
I've always respected you for your good counsel. I might listen if you go against my plan here.
Yeah, right. You're so focused on not getting caught for the murder of the previous king that you'll use anyone to get Hamlet out of the way.
Oh, I didn't know you knew about that.
Although, Claudius, please. This is about me. Focus on me for a minute. Hamlet, what do you have to say to me?
Maybe I'm really Ophelia's fatal flaw.
Fine, Ophelia. This whole scene we do here is poppycock. I'm madly in love with you the whole time, okay?
Okay, thank you.
This scene kills me. I'm only cruel to you because I know the king and your father are watching, and I want them to think I'm mad.
Okay, I understand now.
I hate that the last words to a nunnery go. I hate that I can never tell you how I truly feel about you.
You love me. That's all I want to know.
You complete me.
We can go back to the scene now.
Doctor, forgive me. If I had known how this all would turn out, I would have taken you from this place a long time ago.
Good. As long as you know you're wrong, I forgive you. Claudius, have you anything to say?
No, I have no regrets.
Really? Wow. Well, 2 apologies out of 3 is not bad. I'm ready to move on. Claudius, father, you can go back into hiding again. All right, Hamlet, where were we?
Let's take it from get thee to a nunnery. Ready?
Ready.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things that it were better my mother had not borne me.
That was good. I really feel like you had it that time. See you same time tomorrow to do it again.
Looking forward to it.
Wait, we still haven't figured out what I am. To be or not to be, that is the question.
Hello. I thought I was supposed to meet Deception here. Oh, hey, Deception.
What's up, Ignis?
Oh, I'm glad they agreed to do this scene, even though we have to do it virtually. It's better than not getting to do it at all. This is my favorite part of the play. As you know, this is where I really shine. Everyone else in this play is pretty strong, except that Lady Anne. Man, she is so weak-willed. She couldn't snap a twig in half.
I can see why you like this scene, Ignis. But of course, we wouldn't miss it.
We were just discussing how important we are here.
Well, maybe I'll have the guts to confront him this time. I mean, since we're virtual, it's when we're in the same room together that he really gets me.
Don't matter. He'll still get you. Just watch.
Oh, behold, the devil himself.
Avaunt, that dreadful minister.
See, Anne, you style pretty strong here, but somehow he always gets the better of you. And it's all downhill from here.
The audience can see it all unfold like a paper fan, crease by crease.
Sweet saint, for charity, be not so cursed.
Thou devil, for God's sake, hence, and trouble us not.
Richard, you're our mastermind here as you start to wear her down. Not bad for a guy who killed her husband and her father-in-law. You got to admire the bad boys of Shakespeare.
Why, thank you, Deception. I appreciate that. Lady, you know no rules of charity, which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou knowest no law of God nor man, no beast so fierce but knows some touch of pity.
And here I start to work my magic. Richard, you don't love her, but you're about to convince her you do because of me.
Yes, it's beautiful.
Watch how he does it.
Will you two shut up? Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant you.
Wait for it.
Ignis, here comes my part.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty that did haunt me in my sleep, to undertake the death of all the world, so that I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
And there it is. Brilliant.
If I thought that, these nails should rend that beauty from my cheeks.
You're a real pistol in this part. You could stay strong, but you're too susceptible of me.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee.
Weakness, watch. This is really good. Really a speech about how he kills her husband out of love for her so that he could marry her. Really romantic stuff. Any girl would fall for it.
Any girl with me has a fatal flaw for sure.
I did kill King Henry, but 'twas thy beauty that provoked me. 'Twas I that stabbed young Edward, but 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on.
I would I knew thy heart.
It is figured in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
Then never was man true.
Oh, and you just can't resist him, can you? And my work here is done.
We make a great team in the destruction of an innocent individual. Honestly, Anne, you should really go with your instinct. But thank goodness you don't, or Weakness and I would be out of a job.
Much it joys me to see what become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
'Tis more than you deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Wow, since you teach me how to flatter you, she despises him in the beginning, and then in the span of minutes, he convinces her to marry him. Well played, Deception, well played.
Oh, thank you, Weakness, but I couldn't have done it without you.
Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? Ha, I'll have her, but I'll not keep her long.
Oh, really great stuff there, Richard. And we did it again.
She showed particular weakness this time, if I do say so myself.
Well, I certainly couldn't have done it without you two. And now I must be off, for I have more people to kill, including Anne. Deception, you'll be along for the ride, I expect.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it.
I'll get you two later. Oh, you're still here. I don't think you were meant to catch that last bit.
Doesn't matter. I know he kills me really soon after this scene. Oh, I was going to confront him this time. I really was. I thought I would have more guts behind this computer screen, but I just couldn't work up the nerve. He wears me down and takes all the fight out of me.
Ah, well, I'm too big a part of you.
And I hate you for that. I'm murdered because of you.
So what you gonna do now?
I don't know. I'm so sick of him getting the best of me all the time. I may not be able to confront him face to face, but there may be a way to get my revenge.
Revenge? You don't have it in you.
I might, under the right circumstances.
What you have in mind?
I'm formulating a plan. Come with me to my Tragedians Anonymous meeting and find out. Here, I'll send you the link.
All right, I'll be here.
But soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It's my lady, oh, it is my love. See how she rests, her hand upon her cheek. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, Wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father, refuse thy name? Or if thou wilt not, but be sworn, my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
I take thee at thy word. Call me with love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be Romeo.
I miss this.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I wish things could have worked out for us. Do you ever think about what could have been?
Well, Femina, sure, but I mean, that would be a comedy and not nearly as profound. See, this way, we get to teach so much more to those who learn from our story, right?
It's not fair.
I know.
Are you ready? The parents are going to be here any minute. I also invited Faith along to mediate.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay. Faith? Hello? Are you here? Oh, hi, Faith. Thank you for coming.
All right, I think we're going to need all the help we can get today. Oh, God, here they come. I think you got your mute on there.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
What's going on? What's happening?
The noise is this. Give me my long sword. Oh.
Crutch.
Hey, Dad.
Crutch, why call you for a sword?
My sword, I say. Old Montague has come and flourishes his blade in spite of me.
Thou villain Capulet!
Hey, Dad.
Thou shalt not stir 1 foot to seek a foe.
Put up your swords, you know not what you do. Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground.
Wait, how am I seeing you all right now? This isn't where we normally do this, scene.
What is the meaning of this, Capulet? Usually I come very close to stabbing you in this scene. What witchcraft is this?
Hello, Romeo's parents. Hello, Mom and Dad. This is a Zoom meeting.
Well, this isn't my doing, Montague. I wouldn't invite you to what did you call it, Juliet?
A Zoom meeting.
A Zoom. I wouldn't invite you to a Zoom meeting if you were the last snail on earth and I needed someone to eat my rubbish.
If you would all just calm down for a moment, I think your children would be able to tell you what is going on.
Romeo, what are you all doing here? You know your father and Capulet have restraining orders against each other.
Well, that's exactly. See, that's why we're doing this virtually. You see, we thought we'd take advantage of the Shakespeare-wide shutdown to work through some things where our two fathers can actually, kill each other. All right. Listen. So, I know you're wondering why we all asked you here today. All right. Now, here's what we're doing.
You have bewitched my daughter. That is the only possible explanation for why she's socializing with a Montague.
She's socializing with a Montague because her own people are not worthy. She's bettering herself with my son's company.
Bettering herself? Juliet, that boy is positively dripping with worthlessness.
Mother, can you please listen to what we have to say?
Dripping with a worthlessness? Look who's talking. My son doesn't fake his own death so he can run away from home like your daughter does.
How dare you? My daughter isn't a cold-blooded murderer like your son is.
Stop! Thank you. No one speak. Finally, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Fate, and I'm here to help mediate this conversation today. I believe Juliet has something that she would like to say.
Thank you, Fate. Romeo and I think it's time that we all talk about what really happens in our play.
Oh, Julietta, I really don't want to sit here and listen to this.
Oh, isn't that a surprise? You're not listening to your daughter. Shocker.
Zip it, Canker Blossom!
Relax, a wench.
Enough!
Mother, when I tell you I don't want to marry Paris, you refuse to hear me and turn against me. Father, you berate and abuse me. Neither one of you will listen to what I have to say.
You're my daughter. I provide a roof over your head, clothing for you to wear, and food for you to eat. The very least you can do is be entirely obedient to me in all things.
You see, this is where I disagree with your parenting style. Children should be allowed a small bit of freedom.
Freedom to wander the streets and get involved in gang violence, you mean? I don't think you're exactly the pillar of parental morality.
I think we can all agree that both sides are lacking in the child rearing department.
Who are you again?
And who exactly do you think you are telling us we're lacking as parents?
You have children?
No.
Are you a child psychiatrist?
No.
Parenting expert?
No. I bring perspective to a difficult situation.
Oh, I don't have the time for this. I simply must get back to the house.
No, Mother, you're staying right here in this virtual meeting.
What a surprise. Julietta is defying you again.
You all must try to come together in the interest of peace and tranquility. Would everyone please be a little more open-minded?
If we must, I guess.
I guess.
I
suppose.
whatever.
That's the spirit, you guys. I'm here because I play a vital role in your play. Romeo and Juliet are fated to meet and fated to die, according to Shakespeare. But you all make choices that hurry their tragic fate along, do you not? Let's start by identifying the choices you all make and how they affect the outcome. Who would like to begin?
I, for one, am glad to have this opportunity to speak. I speak so little in the play, and then I die of a broken heart when Romeo is banished. I love my son. I wish that he would come to me with the news of his love for Julietta. I might be able to talk some sense into my husband. Perhaps the gap between our families might be bridged. If I have one regret about my actions, it is that I am not closer to my son, that I never ask him to confide in me. I never teach him how to make the smarter choices. It might save his life.
I have many regrets as well. I know I fail my Julietta as her mother. I've never developed a close bond with her because I'm so caught up in running a larger household. The downside of being an aristocrat, I guess. And so her nurse is the one she turns to for everything. But I don't understand why you're punishing us like this, Julietta. I suffer so much with your death. Isn't that enough? Why must you make me relive it now? But we're not even in production.
I'm not trying to punish you, Mother. I just want you to understand what I want to do in the play. You and Father refuse to hear me when I tell you I don't want to marry Paris. So of course I can't tell you my love for Romeo. Father almost kills me as it is. Think what he would do to me if he knew. If I were to come clean and tell you everything, that I've married in secret the son of your enemy?
The real culprit is you, Faith. After all, we're characters who are products of the society our writers have written for us. It's not our fault.
It's time to take responsibility for your own actions.
No, I think he's right. It says it in the prologue, star-crossed lovers, death-marked love. We can't stop feuding until they die, and they have to die for us to stop feuding. See? Fate. It's your fault.
Oh, you flatter me. I would love to think that I have that much control over you, that humans are fated to this or that, and that there's nothing that you can do to change that. But I don't think it's that simple.
Humans may be capable of changing their fate by making the right decisions, but we are not exactly human. We are characters in a play and therefore subject to our fate, trapped by the words that compose our makeup.
Oh, mio Dio. Blaming fate is not the answer, all right? Juliet and I are looking for some acknowledgement of the choice we made that get us to this tragic ending. I mean, we marry in secret because, number one, because we're young, foolish, and rash, and number two, because of the feud that you continue to perpetuate.
Yeah, I resent being blamed for this.
Your exact words to me when I refused to marry Paris are hang, beg, starve, die in the streets for, by my soul I ne'er acknowledge thee.
Okay, I don't sound like that. And I suppose, I'm a bit harsh, but I am your father, the man of the house. I'm not accustomed to disobedience.
I cannot believe that you would say such a thing to your own child.
Billy, you ought to be ashamed.
But shall we compare parenting skills again? You absentee father, eh?
You sound like a broken record, Capulet. Do you have anything to say that isn't a criticism of our parenting skills?
No, I don't. Your son corrupts our daughter.
Your daughter corrupts our son.
I've had enough of this. This was a terrible idea. Goodbye.
I did not come here to be abused. Now, if you will excuse me, I am going to go die of a broken heart again.
Montague, I swear, when I see you again,
I'd love to see you try, Capulet. You rat little.
What happened?
I muted them.
So, want to run away with me?
Absolutely. Shakespeare lockdown or not, I can't take this anymore. Meet me at the real balcony.
Ciao, Bella.
Never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Well, where is everybody?
I'm right here.
I thought you might have trouble getting a parking spot. Hello, everybody. Shall we open with our oath?
Come on, forget about it, all right?
Not today.
Not today.
Right. I'm feeling a great deal of tension today, so let's skip our oath and get right to it. Who would like to open our meeting with how things went for you this week?
I'm Anne, and I'm a tragic character, and I'd love to talk about how things went for me. I tried to work up the guts to confront Richard. I really did. But he's so manipulative. I fall for it every time. And of course, weakness over here does nothing to help.
Sorry, darling. I'm your fatal flaw. It's what I do.
I am sorry to hear that, Anne. We may not always get the results we want from such encounters, but we do them for ourselves to find our own closures, not to change the ones we're confronting.
Romeo and I didn't have much luck either. Our parents can't stop fighting with each other. We could barely get a word in edgewise.
Parents be such children sometimes.
My confrontation went pretty well. Hamlet still loves me.
I am happy to hear that, Ophelia. I understand that the others didn't go as well as it would have hoped. Oftentimes, the other characters will evolve into a fuller understanding with time. So we try again.
No, forget about it.
Never again.
Not on your life.
Listen, it's been over 400 years since we were written. How much more time do you think they need to evolve here?
Good point. Let's say we move on to introducing our fatal flaws. Anne, would you care to introduce your fatal flaw?
Sure. I invited weakness. It's because of my weakness that I fall for Richard, knowing it's a horrible idea. I'm weak-willed, weak from exhaustion, and weak from grief.
I'm glad to be here.
Ophelia, who did you bring?
Hamlet's fatal flaw. We can't define her, but whatever she is, she makes Hamlet self-destruct.
I'm drowning in my identity crisis here. Prospero, can you please tell me what I am?
Perhaps I can help you figure that out at a later time. Romeo and Juliet, who did you bring?
Fate. I mean, she's not exactly a fatal flaw, but she does kind of determine the course of our lives and, well, I guess our deaths. I mean, arguably.
Well, this is excellent. And many thanks to you, Fatal Flaws, for being here with us today. Now, we're going to do a visualization and meditation exercise. Close your eyes and imagine you and your fatal flaw alone on an island together. There's only you and the personality trait that leads to your downfall. Imagine yourselves running hand in hand along the shore, splashing in the waves, having fun as friends do. Imagine yourself completely at peace with your fatal flaw. Let go of blame. Let go of hurt. Now, imagine yourself giving your fatal flaw a hug. And as you embrace, you are bathed in a golden light. Great. Open your eyes and give your fatal flaw a virtual hug.
This is stupid.
It's normal to feel some trepidation with this exercise, Anne.
No, this is really stupid. I mean, week after week, we come here, we complain about those who do us wrong, our fatal flaws, our death, and our fates. But what are we really doing to actually change things? I'm tired of just talking and not doing. I'm sorry, Prospero. I know you mean well, but I don't think this group is working.
Does anyone else feel this way?
No, of course not.
No. You're good. It's all right.
Well,
Well,
I'm glad to have helped those who have found it useful. And if you wish to continue, I'm happy to meet with you. I feel I have failed you, Anne, and for that, I'm truly sorry. I shall take my leave of you.
You really hurt Sparrow's feelings, Anne.
Where'd he go?
No one forced you to join this group. He's been here for us of the goodness of his heart. What is it you want?
I want revenge. Oh, not Richard.
Okay, I have to stop you right there. What are you talking about? Is completely illegal. Not to mention impossible. Just what exactly are you planning to do?
I'm still working out the details, but I have a little something in mind.
I'm really shocked to hear you talking like this.
Come on, Juliet. Aren't you sick of it? The fighting, and the dying, and the brutality. Oh, can't you imagine a place where you and Romeo get to live happily ever after?
Yes, of course, but we're not written that way.
Why should we just sit back and let others decide for us how we should live and what should become of us?
Because we're characters. We're written characters thought up in Shakespeare's imagination. He gave us life, and as a writer, he has the right to take our lives away.
He's a jerk.
Listen, we don't want vengeance, and neither should you. You should accept your fate the same way we accept ours, eh?
Aw, thank you, Romeo. That means so much to me.
I'm in.
What? Why? You said your confrontation went well.
Oh, San Antonio. Now, who do you want revenge on?
I've forgiven Hamlet and my father, but Claudius won't take any responsibility for what happens to me.
I have to get in touch with someone. I'll send you a new meeting invite for later, Ophelia. Okay? Peace out, you other tragic losers.
All right, we can't just sit back here and let them do this. We got to stop them, eh?
How? We don't even know what they're planning.
I can help with that.
Prospero!
Where'd he come from?
We thought you left.
I turned my camera off so I could listen in. Don't worry. I found an ancient magic spell that, surprisingly, makes it possible to hack into Zoom meetings. I think it was used for spying the old-fashioned way. But I've learned an awful lot about how the other Shakespearean characters are spending their lockdown time. It's been rather entertaining, actually. Anyway, I'll find out what Anne's been up to, and I'll be right back.
Well, this is really depressing. I feel so lost without Anne. She's entirely abandoned me. Not an ounce of witness left in her anymore.
Don't worry, it's bound to come back.
Yeah. These characters think they can live without us, but they can't.
Honestly, I hope you can get her back, Weakness. I'm sorry she feels so wronged, but I'm a little scared of her right now. Whatever she's planning is a whole lot of trouble.
Well, let's just hope it's possible to stop her.
It's horrible. It's horrible what she's planning. We are all doomed to die if we don't stop her. You have to come with me to Zoom bomb their meeting, or we will not make it. And here's the link.
I sent Richard and Claudius each a mysterious invitation to meet us here, so I'm sure they'll be here any second.
What did the invitation say?
I played to their weaknesses to lure them here with fame and fortune and murderous plots, etc.
Very creative, Anne.
Yes, I should have been a playwright.
What's this gal's deal?
Oh, this is Wilhelmina Shakespeare. She's a really talented poet. I'll explain everything when the others get here.
Yesterday and yesterday and yesterday creeps from this silly walking pace from day to day, till all our tomorrows light our way to musty retirement.
Okay.
Oh, looks like they're logging on.
Hello, Anne. What are you doing here? I thought this was a meeting about real estate acquisition.
Hello, Richard.
Ophelia, what is the meaning of this? I got an email saying I should come to this meeting to learn how to grow my wealth and work from home.
Yes, Claudius. Anne and I asked you here. There's a little something we want to say to you two.
You really are a greedy and gullible pair, aren't you?
Are you trying to rope us into a pyramid scheme? I won't fall for that again.
Seriously, Anne, I don't have time for this. I've got murders to commit, people to frame, battles to fight.
Oh, I think you'll want to hear what I have to say, Richard. Richard, I have grown tired of your evil. You take advantage of me when I'm in a weakened state, exhausted and grieving over the lives you've taken from me. You convince me to marry you, and then you murder me.
And you, Claudius, you caused my death and Hamlet's downfall. Don't you feel any shame? You are both part of the culture of evil that Shakespeare has written into his plays. You and the other villains cause such harm and wreak such havoc that the innocent don't stand a chance against you, and we say no more.
I've invited someone else here today. May I present Wilhelmina Shakespeare? She's a rather talented Shakespeare forger. She made quite a bit of money forging Shakespeare's handwriting and selling fake documents. She currently holds in her hands the original first folio, the handwritten copies of all of Shakespeare's plays, gathered by his friends after his death, before they were even typeset for the printer.
Where did you get those?
She's bluffing. The originals don't even exist anymore. We all know that.
Oh, Richard, I wouldn't bluff about something so serious and priceless.
So you have the originals. So what? You can't hurt us.
Well, we'll see about that. I have been in contact with a certain fairy king who has the hots for me. He put a charm on the manuscript that Wilhelmina holds in her hands so that if she were to rewrite any lines, any plots or characters, every copy of the manuscript ever printed would reflect those changes.
I don't buy it.
Let's test it out then, shall we? Wilhelmina, will you do the honours, please?
Let's see. Richard III, is it? I think I'll write a line for you, Richard, claiming you have severe stomach cramps throughout the entire play. Now is the winter of our discontent, made excruciating summer by the blinding pain of stomach cramps.
All right, I believe you. Make it stop.
Oh my gosh. You didn't tell me about this.
That's right, Ophelia. He's going to change the plays and write all the bad guys out of existence. Brilliant, right?
I may be evil, but you're insane, Anne.
But then nothing will be the same.
That's the idea.
You would destroy the greatest body of literature the world has ever seen and write yourselves into oblivion just for revenge? It will be like none of us were ever written.
Exactly.
Wait. I didn't agree to this. I didn't know you were going to destroy the works of Shakespeare. I thought the plan was to write a new play where you and I could go live on a beautiful island or something.
I thought of that. But then these evil jerks would still be allowed to be free to do anything they want and kill whoever they wanted as well.
Ooh, the pain.
And Ophelia and whoever she is, stop.
Prospero? How did you get in this Zoom link? My settings are private.
I know what you're about to do, Anne. This madness must end. I understand that you're angry, but you must see reason. If you destroy Shakespeare's work and any of the characters that live therein, you will be destroying some of the greatest lessons mankind has ever learned. Now, take Romeo and Juliet. Through suffering and death of these young people, humankind has learned to think about the intolerances that lead to war. And where would we be without the lessons King Lear teaches us about self-destruction that comes from vanity? Same with Hamlet, Macbeth, Richard III, and Othello. Plays all show the destruction that comes from one or two fatal flaws, and the healing that comes of virtue. Without these plays, people would not be given so great an opportunity to learn what happens when they fail to look inside themselves and change what must be changed. So while your tragic characters rage on about your outrageous fortunes, know that you provide human beings with important, profound ideas and lessons to live by for their own lives. There's no greater existence than that.
I guess when you put it that way,
Hey, Wilhelmina, do me a solid and write me back to normal, would you?
Sure thing, boss.
I'll take that folio from you now, you Shakespeare forger. It needs to go back to its rightful place.
I shouldn't do it, Ophelia. I shouldn't set you up like I do. Heck, as long as we're owning our flaws, I shouldn't murder my brother in the first place. But short of that, I shouldn't let Hamlet treat you like that. It's not right.
That's all I ever wanted from you. Bye, everyone.
Wait. I still have no identity. Where is everyone going? What is Hamlet's fatal flaw?
There are many excellent books written on the subject. I suggest you start there.
I need to get a library card. Come on, Weakness. Will you help me out?
Well, Richard, are you ready to head back to your play and proceed as you always have?
I only want to be left alone to commit murder and become king. You know, that's all I really wanted to do.
You are a powerful example of what happens when people fall under the power of corruption and evil.
Well, I guess that leaves us.
Meet at the balcony later.
So, will we see you at the meeting next weekend?
I wouldn't miss it.
Our revels now are ended. These our actors are melted into air, into thin air. We are such stuff as dreams are made of, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It was awesome. Lovely. How are you guys? I think that was a
Good, we're all
fun night
still
out.
alive.
Huh?
All still live, unusual for a Shakespearean production.
True enough, right?
Very true.
Absolutely. I have a couple of indeed. Hey, cast on our YouTube chat. There were some comments during the run here. Joey Honey 1 says, looking forward to this. Patricia Moore, you know whose fan that is. Patricia Moore says, Lady Anne, you have such style. And
She's a friend of mine.
Said, ooh, the eye rolls. And a bunch of emojis. Logan Coots, loved the show. Patricia Moore, nicely done, folks. Now it's about maybe 15-second delay between what I'm saying here and it making onto the YouTube feed. But if anybody wanted, Joanne Lobb says, well done, folks. And Patricia, nicely done, folks, she says. So if there's any questions of the cast, as I say, it's a couple of seconds as a delay in there. I'll see if there's anything coming in through this feed here.
By the way, Jay's won. Beat the Braves 4-1.
Casey Hoyer, great job, cast. So thank you very much. And yeah. So, anyways, thank you guys very much. Thank you to our audience. The show doubled up our cash flow and revenue for the year. So Joey Honey, it was a lot of fun. Thank you. And so, yeah, I think we doubled up our revenue with this show. Sue Groshmall, well done.
$20 now.
We made $80 this year. So Logan Coots, the Italian accents were amazing, says Logan Coots. There you go.
It was fun.
Michelle Richardson, awesome job. So Still getting a couple of feeds through there. So that's good. Anyways, anybody watching Logan, Dan killing it as usual. This Sue Groshmal, love you, Juliet from Sherry. And we will leave this feed up for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of years. It's hard to say. Casey Hoyer, I didn't know that Romeo was the blues brother and Lord Capulet was actually the godfather. Well,
We did it. Very good, guys.
yeah. So that's exactly right, Casey. Claire, that's the way it is.
It was great working with you all.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
thank you to Gord, the power of the internet coming all the way from Penticton.
You bet.
It was awesome. You guys were great. Thank you so
Great
much.
working with you all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jody. Good job, Jody.
And thank you, Denise. Where's Denise sitting in there? Sorry, I had your video muted out from the beginning of the show. Thought I had it in, but good cover there, weakness. So thank you guys. So yep, we'll end our live stream. I'll hit stop recording and live.